Welcome to the channel. I wish you all a peaceful new day. Today we begin the journey of Huyen, a young mother with a broken heart, but an incredibly resilient spirit. Last night was a long and cold night for Huyen and her child. Amidst the pouring rain, she was abandoned by her own husband. Tuan, a man drowned in alcohol, declared he was not afraid of the police and kicked her out of the house. With nowhere else to go, Huyen and her baby had to sleep overnight in a lonely, abandoned house. Early the next morning, even though the weather outside was still very harsh, Huyen knew she could not give up. She carried her child to find a new job to earn money for their daily survival. Her first stop was a small shop where she bought a pack of milk for her baby for 20,000 Vietnamese dong. In order to work, she asked to buy a traditional back basket, gui, from a man by the road for 100,000 Vietnamese dong. Holding the basket, Huyen promised her child, "Don't cry anymore. Let mommy harvest and sell things at the market to get money for your milk." Despite the overwhelming hardships, Huyen's eyes shone with deep empathy for her infant and a longing for a brighter tomorrow. While Tu Huyen was quietly battling hunger and cold, in another corner of the village, Officer Van, a police officer with a kind heart, was anxiously searching for her whereabouts. Despite the harsh sun, he traveled across various paths to ask locals about a girl in a white shirt and green pants carrying an infant. "Did you see a girl carrying a small baby pass by here?" Officer Van asked a child by the road. Upon being pointed toward the gardens, he rushed off, silently hoping the mother and child were safe. His dedication was not just a professional duty, but a deep empathy for the young mother's fate. In another turn of events, kindness smiled upon Huyen. A generous woman allowed her to enter her guava garden to harvest the fruit. Looking at the ripe guavas, Huyen saw a glimmer of hope for her child's next meal. Midst the sweltering heat, she worked while comforting her baby who was crying from hunger. "Don't cry anymore, my child. Once mommy finishes harvesting, we will have money for your milk," Huyen whispered, her voice choking up but filled with determination. She paused for a moment under the shade of a tree to breastfeed her baby, feeling the warmth of maternal love, the only strength helping her overcome all adversity. After a hard morning, Huyen successfully harvested 14 kilograms of guavas, ready to be taken to the market. After a morning of tireless work, Tu Huyen's back basket was finally overflowing with guavas. Drenched in sweat and carrying her baby, she approached the garden owner. Witnessing the young mother balancing work and child care, the owner felt a deep sense of pity. She kindly said, "Go ahead and unwrap the plastic bags. Let me hold the baby for you." It was a small gesture, but it carried immense empathy, warming Huyen's heart amidst the storms of her life. The scale showed 14 kilograms of guavas, and the owner paid Huyen 140,000 Vietnamese dong. Holding the first money she had ever earned by her own hands since leaving home, Huyen's eyes welled up with tears. However, she knew she had to sell these guavas to get more money for rice and medicine for her child. She carried her baby to the roadside, found a small spot, and politely asked, "Ma'am, may I sit here to sell this basket of guavas?" Seeing the pitiful sight of the mother and child, a nearby vendor smiled and agreed immediately. "Of course, dear. You can sit right here and sell." Not long after, a customer stopped by. Although the price was only 15,000 Vietnamese dong per kilogram, the customer saw the baby fast asleep in Huyen's arms under the sweltering heat. Deeply moved, the customer bought a large amount and gave Huyen extra money. Elsewhere, Officer Van had arrived near this very area. Hearing locals talk about a hard-working and gentle young mother, his heart tightened with sympathy. He promised himself he would find her soon to help the mother and child stabilize their lives. Late in the afternoon, as the sun began to fade, Officer Van finally found Tu Huynh sitting by the roadside with her half-empty basket of guavas. The sight of the thin young mother, her eyes weary yet still trying to smile for customers, deeply moved him. He did not rush in with his authority. Instead, he approached her gently, like a concerned family member. Tu Huynh, I finally found you both, Officer Van said, his voice filled with warmth and empathy. He helped her pack her belongings and took the mother and child back to the station to rest, sheltered from the creeping evening chill. There, Officer Van and his colleagues had prepared a warm meal. Through their conversation, he didn't just listen to the pain of her being kicked out by her husband. He also expressed his admiration for her self-reliant spirit. He said, "You are very brave for working and harvesting guavas to support your child on your own. But don't worry, society and the authorities will not abandon a resilient mother like you." Officer Van's empathy helped Huynh open her heart. She realized that while her unfaithful husband had closed the door to her home, the kindness of people like Officer Van and the local neighbors had opened a new path for her. A path of self-respect and compassion. The assistance from Officer Van and the local neighbors was more than just material support. It was a healing balm for Tu Huynh's soul. Instead of drowning in bitterness toward her unfaithful husband, she chose to respond to life with kindness. With the money from selling guavas and temporary support from the local authorities, Huynh was able to rent a cleaner, small room. She no longer had to hide in cold, abandoned houses. Every morning, she put the basket on her back and continued her work harvesting fruit. But this time, a brighter smile lit up her face. When she encountered people in even tougher situations than her own, Huynh was ready to share her best guavas because she knew exactly how it felt to have nothing left. As for Tuan, once the alcohol faded and he faced the empty house, he began to feel a belated sense of regret. However, Huynh was no longer the weak woman she used to be. She faced him with calmness and forgiveness, yet remained firm in her path of independence to protect her child's future. The story closes as the dawn sunlight brightens the village road. Tu Huynh carries her child, walking confidently with a basket full of hope. She has proven that when kindness and empathy are spread, there is no darkness that cannot be overcome.
Thank you so much for watching today's video until the very end. Your presence is the greatest gift to me. Every view and every moment you spend here is a huge motivation for me to keep improving and releasing higher quality content in the future. Creating content isn't easy, but your silent support gives me the strength to stay creative every day. If you found today's video interesting and relaxing, please don't hesitate to give me a like. Your small actions are the most precious recognition of our team's hard work. And especially if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. The growth of this channel depends so much on your support. Let's build a civilized and connected community together. Once again, thank you for your love. Wishing you and your family great health, joy, and wonderful moments of rest. I'll see you all in the next videos. Goodbye.